Let's get busy.
Live from the Shooting from the Lip studio in Louisville, Kentucky, it's time for Shooting Stars with your hosts Kevin Hale and Greg Unthank.
What is up, everyone? Kevin Hale up in this house alongside my partner in crime, Greg Unthank, on this Tuesday night, April 4th, 2017. It's the latest installment of Shooting from the Lip, alive and kicking it up here with Mr. Unthank. Greg, what's up?
What's up, buddy? How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good, man. I'm not up in this house though. I'm up in the backyard, sitting on
You're
the patio.
Yeah, you're outside of the house. Yeah,
I'm
nice.
outside.
It's nice
Yeah,
outside.
man.
Very nice
Yeah, it's
outside.
nice.
You
We got the fire going. Yep.
Nice. Sun out there with you still?
My boy's out here. He's throwing the wood in the fire. He's keeping it stoked. You know, he's a junior fireman, so if anything gets out of hand, I feel pretty safe about it.
There you go.
I think he's gonna pee on it. I think he'll pee on it, man, if it gets out of hand.
Yeah, a few more beers. He'll hand you that beer can and say, "Hold this, Dad. Watch this."
No, no, not yet. He's still a bit young for that.
I'm a firm believer. If you don't tell, I won't tell, kind of thing.
Right.
I digress. Again, on this Tuesday night, it's April 4th. I'm trying to think what has happened this past weekend. NCAA tournament ended. North Carolina beat Gonzaga last night. For you wrestling fans, which I am, I watched WrestleMania Sunday night, which was about over 6 hours worth of show stuff.
Was Goldberg in that?
Goldberg, he fought Lesnar, got beat by Lesnar. So effectively, Goldberg has wrapped up his WWE commitments. I'm kind of a guy that knows, really, we all know what wrestling is, predetermined,
right.
But it's still athletic and all that good stuff. But I'm caught up in all the storylines that go along with it, and Goldberg had wrapped up his commitments, and he did the job for Lesnar Sunday night.
Yeah, when Goldberg first came out, man, I loved him. I was into wrestling at that time, and he was my favorite, of course.
Yeah.
So, good deal.
So, while we're actually getting ready I'm going to screen our first guest tonight. Just quick shout out to our segments tonight. First segment, we'll be bringing him on shortly. Scott Caudill, local talent. Greg, you've got history with him, and we'll be taking another walk down memory lane, as I can probably feel.
We'll hold hands. And walk down the cobblestone walkway.
A verbal hand-holding segment tonight. Second segment, we'll welcome Gerald Kelly. He's with a band called the Whiskey Riders. In both segments tonight, Greg, which I love to do, and I know you do too. These guys share with us some original music that we'll be playing during the segments. Love the original stuff. So as I reach out to Scott to screen him, something over the weekend, I ran across an article. Are you familiar with the monkey wrench?
I'm familiar with it. Never been there. I know that Paul McGarry, the guy, the guitar player, Blue Funk, and Johnny Edwards. I know that they like to go out there and check out bands. Evidently, they would cater to original music. And I did hear that it's closing, or it's already closed. Is that correct?
It did. Their last show was this past weekend.
Wow, they're falling, man. They're falling away.
So, you're not talking much about monkey wrenches. I was hoping you would, so I could screen.
No, I understand. No, I don't know much about the monkey wrench. So,
well, pretend, say something, talk for the next 30 seconds.
Yeah, well, the monkey wrench, it had a reputation of a really cool place to go check out some new live music, and it sounds to me like they're falling to the wayside like all the other live music establishments around here. We had Phoenix Hill that went down, Jim Porter's that went down, and through the started with the Sahara Club years ago, and there's been a lot of them. Just the Toy Tiger. Where's the soundbite at? The Toy Tiger, I said. There we go. There we go. It went
There.
down. So
Yeah.
it's fallen away like all the local music establishments, man. So it's sad to see a club, go down the pike. Especially ones that cater to local music, local original music.
All right.
How's that?
And
Did I get taken care of?
perfect. That was enough for me to reach out to Scott, check his sound, my sound to him.
Yep.
All is good. Without further ado, let's bring on our first guest. Scott, what's up, man?
Hey, you guys, what's going on?
What's up, buddy?
What is
Good to
going
hear that.
on, my brother Unthank?
Man, just sitting here excited to talk to you.
Wow,
Glad to get
guys
you on
don't
here,
do much,
man.
do you? Well, I appreciate you calling me, man. It's great to talk to you. I got a bunch of new tunes, Unthank. It's time to go record again.
Well, I'm down. I just finished up laying the tracks for the Blue Funk, and
I haven't got to hear that. I'm excited to hear it.
Yeah, it's still in the works. I was over at the studio tonight watching Johnny lay some folk track down, and man, I'm just amazed. I'm just totally can't believe I'm involved with a talent like that. So it's really cool.
Well,
man.
I bet because I'm involved with another talent from that same band, which is Hale and
Absolutely,
and
man. That's right.
When I was 17, I was in Spanky Lee, and we were sneaking into the Toy Tiger on nights that we couldn't get in because of, we were young. And I saw Buster Brown play, and oh my God, that's crazy. That's hilarious. But we got to see Buster Brown play, and it was a religious experience for me. I mean, I knew at that moment I wanted to play Motorhead and Judas Priest. And they were the guys that put that in my head. So I feel really fortunate to get to be playing with Alan right now because he's one of the best guitar players I have played with.
That's awesome. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't make them like
cool.
that anymore. Or they're far and few between. That's for sure.
Well, the crazy thing is who would ever think that me and Alan would be in a country band together?
Well, yeah, I hear that.
But this isn't country. It's new country. It's Nickelback with a cowboy hat. Honest to God, it is. It's Nickelback with a cowboy hat, and the way we play it, we play it like Judas Priest. So I'm having a blast playing with those guys. Yeah, they play out a lot, and I have a blast playing with all of them. Nick LaRosa's the drummer.
Yeah,
that dude.
Great.
You put anything in front of him, that dude can play it, and it feels good. Yep. So yeah, I've been really fortunate to get to play with the people that I've played with, especially since I came back from LA. Getting to play with you and Rob Johnson, I mean, holy hell.
Yeah. What we normally do on the show is get the guest to kind of give a bio on how they started out, kind of their points of recognition. So if you want to do that, kind of start us out. I know exactly where it's going to go, so I'll let you go ahead and do that, man.
Once upon a time.
Yeah. This is hilarious. This is great. All right, I started playing guitar when I was 8, and I was playing in a band with my cousins, Mark and Max Maxwell. We were called The Field. Wow. Their father had a band in the 60s called Elysian's Field, so that's why we were called The Field. I played with them until it turned into Spanky Lee, and I had my ins and outs with them. They actually started Spanky Lee with Stuart Johnson. He was the original bass player. And then, obviously, me being family, I guess I worked back into the band. I played in Spanky Lee from 85 to 88, ran out of hairspray, and moved to L.A. Joined a band called Mad Moxie with a guitar player that played with Spanky Lee for a little while named Shane Hunter, and a singer from a band called Shaktu that used to play at the Toy Tiger.
I remember that.
And drummer Tim Kelly from up here at home. Tim's played with Abraham Rush, and he's one of those guys that's always got a gig whenever he wants it. And we played from 88 to 93 in LA. Like I said, the band was called Mad Moxie. We got signed to Enigma. We did 13 months of pre-production with Andy Johns, which was a blast for me because I got to hear how he really recorded stuff.
Yeah.
And then they went chapter 11. Oh man, it was so cool. It was so cool. And then Enigma went chapter 11 before we were able to have the record come out. Yeah, you talk about it's August 28th. The lawyer calls. He says, it's August 28th. You're not getting a check, because they give us a check. A monthly check was our draw. And he says, you're not getting a check, and they just filed Chapter 11. It's over.
Great.
I've lived.
Talk about wanting to go Al-Qaeda on the world. Oh, my God. You know, it was
Great.
It was rough.
We officially just got flagged. Our show just got flagged by the government for using that keyword.
Hey, I'll give them my address if they want it. I have no problem with that. Don't get me started on that. That's a whole nother segment.
All right, that's a whole different show. You can come on our Monday night show. We talk politics. We talk politics Monday night.
Yeah, we'll talk about the Carmel Road Militia on Monday night. Right. Yeah, but no, I'm sorry. There's a little bit of a delay. After Mad Moxie, I joined a band called the Red Rebel Devils. The Red Rebel Devils played in Hollywood for about 8 months. The singer split. We got another singer. We changed the name to the Winfields. We did a record on our own. Got distribution in Europe through BMG and went over there and did a tour. Was over there for about 2 months. Came back. Like every band, it's like having 5 old ladies and trying to keep them all happy at the same time. And I've never been good at juggling women like that, so I ended up coming home, and I spent the last 13 years taking care of my mother. My dad died 13 years ago, and my mother had Parkinson's. And I stayed here and took care of Mom, and that's when I was playing in a band, Young Country, up here. The first band I joined. It was just a cover country band. And then I called Chuck Minkus, and I'm like, I got these songs, and we need to record them. And I'm like, but we need a drummer. And he says, man, I know this dude. He's the big round mound of sound.
Good God.
And I'm like, what? He's like, you don't understand. This dude swings like Charlie Watts. And I'm like, okay. He drags me to, rest in peace, Phoenix Hill, and I see Silverloop. I was a Greg Unthank fan from there on out. And I'm like, this is our dude. So me and Chuck did a record. The band's called Numbhunger. I wrote the songs. I sang it. It was me actually fronting a band for the first time instead of being a band member singing harmony. I had to show everybody I could do it myself. And I couldn't. I had to have Chuck and Greg there to help me do it. And thank God I did, because what a great time, I mean.
Yeah, man.
I'm like I said, I've been really fortunate. The guitar players I've got to play with and the drummers I've got to play with. I mean, I don't mean to be.
Feeling.
I'm not sucking anybody's dick here, but I'm telling you, I'm a lucky guy. I've got to play with some really killer players. Mm-hmm. And the Numbhunger record proves it, because I was able to get my vision out.
Yeah.
And I don't know anybody that grooves.
What was that, Greg?
Oh, I'm sorry. I was going to say we've actually got a song off the Numbhunger record we're going to play.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's awesome. I mean, because, like I said, I've been through hell. Good players and bad players and fucked up record deals. I mean, I got a bad taste for the record company in my mouth and the whole business. And, I moved back to Hanover from Hollywood. You should call it bug tussle. But that's where I've been, and I got to play with some heroes like Alan. And now I got another band going with the drummer and guitar player from the band, the Winfields, the band I went to Europe with, called the Pit Crew. And to make a long story short, we're a bunch of gearheads that's just out to wrench and roll. Play music like AC/DC meets Chuck Berry meets Unknown Henson. I mean, it's something you've heard 1,000 times, and you have a good time every time you hear it.
Mm-hmm. Now, when I was
go to the Pit Crew, here's the shameless
go.
The shameless
plug.
pitcrewband.com.
It says you work out of you work out of 2 shops. So you were like one is in Vegas and one is in LA. What was that? Tell us.
No, one okay.
Or not.
The drummer lives in
Nashville.
You said Vegas, yeah. The drummer lives in Nashville. The guitar player lives in LA. Gotcha. I live in Indiana. Yeah. We got gear on both sides of at least the Midwest, and we have gear out there, so I can go out there and play, and I don't have to drag a bunch of shit with me.
Right, there you go.
On the website, thepitcrewband.com, you know, we have songs like a song called AutoZone. We have a song called NASCAR Queen. We have a song called, oh yeah, and it's hilarious.
Oh, I've listened to them, man. It's rocking stuff. It is great.
Hey, you know what? It's tongue in cheek.
It is.
I'm not from Seattle. I'm tired of everybody's whine ass, and it's time to play some music and have a good time. And that's what this band's all about. If these girls can't shake their ass to the music we're playing, they can't shake their ass in or out of time. I mean, it's great
there you
stuff.
Go.
Go listen to it. Like I said, it's Chuck Berry meets AC/DC. How can you go wrong with that?
That's a great combo. Now, Scott,
every time I tried to write a song and I tried to be original, it sounded like shit, and nobody dug it except like guitar players. But then I write a song that sounds like something that somebody's heard 1,000 times, and they think it's the greatest thing in the world. I mean, how many times can you rewrite Sweet Home Alabama? You know, I mean, good God.
Yeah. Now,
live your
Scott, you were there. You were in L.A., California during the 80s metal, you know, I guess.
Oh, yeah.
Explode. Yeah. So quickly, share with us, what was it like to be, you know, for that
in
whole scene?
1988. In 1988, I moved to L.A., and the first night there, they shoved me in the ticket booth at Gazzari's. And I sold tickets and got to see the clientele coming in and out. And it was crazy. If you've ever seen Decline of the Western Civilization, Part 2, The Metal Years, pretty much explains it. You had the Strip, and you would walk up and down from Gazzari's. You'd pass the Rainbow, which is where, if you're a rock star, you hung out, which was right beside the Roxy, and then the Whiskey was down below. There would be so many flyers from so many bands up and down the Strip that you're walking from bar to bar, and you're literally picking them like leaves. It's crazy. They made them stop doing it because it was such a, you know, it was such a pain on LA to come in and clean it up. So, but yeah, it was crazy. And I was out there. Let's see, the bands I was playing with. We played Gazzari's a lot with a band called Brunette, who is actually, I'm playing with the guitar player from Brunette now in the pit crew. His name's Chris Paul, and he is badass. Like I said, once again, I'm such a lucky dude to get to play with the caliber of players I played with. I've seen all kinds of stuff. We played with Cacophony. You remember Cacophony?
I do.
Jason Becker,
Jason Becker.
And the other guy, Marty Freeman. They had a band called Cacophony, and they would come out. They played Gazzari's a lot, and I mean, it was the first shredders that I'd ever really saw. I mean, it's 1988, you know.
You know, I think
crazy.
I'm not sure if it's Becker or Freeman. It's one of those two guys who are actually a paraplegic now, and he writes music.
It's Jason Becker, and he writes music with his eyes.
Yes,
he's Stephen Hawkins.
Yeah.
Wait a minute, whoa.
Yeah,
what do you mean
the guy has
music with his ass?
Okay, he's got Lou Gehrig's disease and he can't move, and he has a screen in front of him like Stephen Hawking, and he can blink at certain spots and pick out letters and write sentences. Wow. Well, this dude does it musically, and he writes what's in his head. The music's still in his head, and that's his way of getting it out. Yeah, he had did an album with David Lee Roth, and I was working for a company called Fernandez Guitars and High Watt Amps, and Marty Freeman was an endorsee at the time, and he came in and we were talking about him, and he said, man, all he said is that he wants to do one real tour because he never got to do a real tour.
Wow.
Unfortunately, he never got to do it. And go listen to that David Lee Roth album. I mean, it's killer. It's a shame. It really is. The other shame is when I was in L.A., I was seeing bands getting major record deals that didn't deserve it. At least I felt they didn't deserve it. And then I seen bands, and I'm not counting myself in this. I'm just saying what I observed. Bands that had good songs, harmonies, good bands, but they didn't have a look or they didn't have somebody's money pushing them, and they didn't get a deal. And that's, you know, that's what's made me a bitter old man, I guess.
A lot of gimmick. Was it mostly gimmicky out there? Is that what?
Yeah, I mean,
who was pretty?
You know,
who had the most makeup?
Yeah, the Allman Brothers wouldn't have got a deal, but you know, exactly. They wouldn't have gave the Allman Brothers a deal, but they would, you know, they would give And I like Motley Crue, don't get me wrong, but they would give Motley Crue a deal. You see what I'm saying? Or a band like Motley Crue. And somebody that obviously, here, let me put it to you this way. Somebody that obviously fucking sucked and didn't deserve it, mostly got it, and the ones that really deserved it didn't. I got a bad taste in my mouth. I moved to Nashville. Good God, guess what? Nashville's the new LA now.
Oh, yeah.
I just want an endless tour schedule and a nice tour bus, and I'll be a happy guy the rest of my life.
Greg, I mean, I was saying, I talked about this earlier, Greg. A guy like Scott coming on makes our segments so easy. He
won't shut
aggressive.
the fuck up.
Well, and I was trying to be politically correct, but in a sense, I'm glad, and we are glad you won't. We've had.
Well, I knew.
Times when go ahead, Greg.
I knew that Scott has. No, he don't. He don't pull any punches. He's got the gift of gab, and he's got the experience and the knowledge and the talent to back all that up. So I just knew that he was perfect to get on, and yeah.
Checks in the mail, dude. Damn.
No, it's all love, man. You know that.
Yeah.
Hey, I love you, man. You're one of the greatest drummers I've ever got to play with, and I'm looking forward to doing some more.
Wow. Let's do it some more.
All right. Let's Greg, one of the things we do with the segments, if it allows us to, is to have the guests, send us some original music. And Greg, I think you were given the responsibility of passing along something to us, which we're going to get ready to play. But the tune that we're going to play is 20 After 4, which I kind of got a high level understanding of what the tune's about, but I want to hear it from Scott. What is this song about?
Well, if you listen to the words, I'm looking for this girl with red hair and crystal eyes, and at 20 after 4, I can smell her fragrance floating through the air.
Enough said.
And there you have it.
There you have it.
And she has green teeth.
Wubba gubba.
All right. Here it is. Check us out. 20 After 4.
Looking all around, all over town, it just seems you're not there. Friends haven't seen you, but glad to meet you. Crystal eyes on red. Say I'm right, say I'm wrong, sweet Mary Jane inside my head. Feels so right, takes me long, sweet Mary Jane inside my head. On the telephone, hearing Mr. Jones eating at me and no, he don't care. You come through the door at 20 after 4, smell your fragrance floating through the air, yeah. Say I'm right, say I'm wrong, sweet Mary Jane inside my head. Feels so right, makes me long, sweet Mary Jane inside my head, yeah. Oh, Mary Jane inside my head. Looking all around, all over town. Lord, it just seems you're not there. You come through the door at 20 after 4. Smell your fragrance floating through the air, yeah. Say feels so right. Makes me long to Mary Jane inside my head. Yeah. Lord, Mary Jane inside my head. Feels so right. Makes me long to Mary Jane.
Can I say something?
Is
Chuck
it you
Mingus
need
is my-
permission?
You know what? Chuck Mingus is probably my most favorite guitar player in the world, and I'll tell you why. I was there with him when we were 17 trying to get a record deal, and then I was there a little later with him trying to get a record deal, and then I was there a little later with him trying to get a record deal, and we never actually did it. But, I mean, you know how, I mean...
But y'all fought together.
Yeah, I mean, me and him fought the same fights in the early days together. Even, you know, with tension in the old band, you know, me and Chuck, you know, we always stuck together. And God, he's Randy Rhoads revisited, man. I love his playing. When I write songs, I hear Chuck's guitar in my head when I'm playing.
He's got a great feel to his playing, man. He means every note. He means
Have you
every
seen
note.
him in Shane Dawson's band?
Yeah. He's great.
I love Chuck.
It blew me
That's
away.
how
It blew me
That's
away.
how I know Chuck from Shane Dawson, and their band is killer. And Chuck is a huge reason why they're so damn good. So.
Yeah.
You know, he's the only guy that I know can walk up and put his foot up on the monitor and not move and keep your attention. You know, I mean, when he plays a solo, I'm on the other side of the stage watching him, and I'm digging it, and I don't care, you know, what else is going on around me.
Yep.
He's just that good. I love the way the guy plays chords, man. I wish Shane Dawson all the luck in the world, and I hope everybody gets a big record deal, but... You know,
I have to say this about Chuck. When I first watched him with Shane, one of the first words that I got about Chuck, and then we're giving him a lot of love tonight. Humble. It's like this guy's up there, and he's just not. There's nothing really per se charismatic about him. He's just killing it. And then when you talk to him, he is one of the most humble guys. I mean, he's so quiet. You have to kind of. He's not Scott when it comes to a conversation. For sure.
You got to force him to talk, right?
Yeah.
You feed him some alcohol, he'll come out. There's a little Scott in everybody, guys. Come on.
There you go. There's a little Scott. I'm sure. How many little Scots do you profess are in people out there?
Oh, you mean have I spawned?
Or,
No.
No
kids, never been married.
Well, okay. That doesn't mean the little Scotties have, infiltrated,
Oh, no, not at all. Are you kidding?
I'm looking for some good rock and roll soundbite, man.
You really don't want me to go there, dude.
Yeah, I mean, this is yes. Yes. Give us
Hey, let me put it to you this way. I lived in Hollywood from 88 to 90, the end of 95, 96.
Why do you think I'm asking you for a story, Scott?
Okay, I'll tell you a story. My first job when I moved to L.A., other than that first night they threw me in the ticket booth at Gazzari's, Mad Moxie, the band I was playing in, was managed by an alibi artist, some guy in Hollywood. He also owned Body Language, which was a strip service. My first real gig, I guess, in L.A. was driving strippers to bachelor parties. I would hold the money and catch clothes. I would go in and tell these guys, they're having a party for their buddy. Hey, you guys are security, not me. If your guys start attacking the girl, she's going to be out of here. Matter of fact, they're both going to be out of here. So, try to control your guys because, we got two hot chicks in here that's going to be all over each other in a minute in front of everybody as long as everybody stays cool. Oh, man. None of them could ever stay cool, Here I am, little naive guy from Indiana actually they sent me to Anaheim, surrounded by a bunch of guys that say, well, hell, we could just take your money and we could just go fuck her, and we could just fuck you too. And I looked him dead in the eye, and I said, if you feel froggy, jump.
You didn't know he was messing with Southern Indiana, did he?
Yeah, I don't know what he did. Well, I'll tell you what he did. He handed me the mirror.
There you go. It worked.
We were buddies the rest of the night. And the first girl that I drove, are you ready for this? The first stripper I drove was Carlos Cavazzo's ex-wife, and all I got to hear about the whole night was him and a Countach.
Elaborate.
Crazy shit. Who would ever think, here I come, straight from Bug Tussle to Hollywood, and I'm thrown in this circle of people, Well, it's just like being in Louisville and seeing, the bands in Louisville. We all are friends or frenemies, depending on who it is,
Frenemies, yeah.
That's a good one. I've never heard that one.
I just heard that. Yeah, I just heard that. I'm like, wow. Sounds like a bunch of people I know.
All right, well, check this out, Scott. As we start winding down this segment, we do this thing called Round of Shots. It's like a quick Q&A. I'm gonna throw some questions at you. It's all in fun. Well, I say all in fun, but we've already figured that out. It's all about fun with Scott, and he's about as straight of a shooter.
Hey, I'll tell you what. You know what? I just recently turned 50 years old. We got to have fun.
I'm with you soon. Oh, yeah.
I'm over the whiny ass,
Exactly.
I'm not getting political. I'm just saying I'm over everybody's bullshit, man. It's time to go have a good time. Everybody grab their instrument and get in one big circle and go for it. I mean, that's where I'm at. That's where the love is for me.
Start jerking away in the circle, right, Greg?
Yeah, all right. I'll be vivid.
Yeah.
I think you guys need to go to L.A. Hell.
Yeah. Touche.
I can't stop.
All right. Round of shots. Here they are. First question, simple question. Give us the first concert you attended.
Question. First concert was a country concert, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Conway Twitty, Loretta Lynn.
Oh, wow.
And Rodney. Now, get this. This is really groovy because Rodney McDowell was the opening act, and Greg Martin played guitar in the band.
Wow. Did not know
so
that.
My first real concert, Greg Martin from the Kentucky Headhunters was the guitar player at.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
That's cool.
And it was killer. And then my first rock show was Midnight Special.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about when I say Midnight Special?
I do.
The band from Louisville with the king of the world, my hero, Jimmy Gardner, rest in peace, his soul.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, they were.
That was the first real rock gig I ever seen. And then getting to hang out with the band afterwards because they were friends of Marvin's, and of course me and Mark and Max are with them.
Mm-hmm.
I was just talking. The first thing Jimmy Gardner said to me was, "Are you cool?" I'm like, "I don't know. I try to be." He's like, "Well, don't worry about being good playing your guitar. As long as you're cool, everything's all right." Hell, I've lived by that the rest of my life.
Number two, Scott, and these are supposed to be quick Q&As. This will go in a record time as far as these round of shots, but it's okay. Number two.
Next one.
What was the last picture? This should be good. I'm hoping. What was the last picture you took with your phone?
An invoice today. No. I am a rug installer during the day. I lay carpet. Okay. And I took a picture of an invoice today to send to the shop I get carpet from. So that was a picture of my phone took.
That's all right.
I mean, I'm sorry I don't have anything to tell you about some, crazy explicit S&M scene or something, but I left that in LA.
We'll save that for part two, the return of.
There you go.
Yeah. Number three, give us a celebrity or someone of celebrity status that you would like to be stuck in an elevator with.
You know what? There's only one person that I would even care about. Are you ready for this? Unknown Henson.
Unknown Henson. Unknown Henson. He's a musician, Kevin. He's
Are you kidding me? He doesn't know who Unknown Henson is.
He doesn't.
Look, I'm the one asking the questions here, Scott.
All right. Google Unknown Henson and then call me.
I'm going to.
All right.
All right.
All
I
right.
played against
Next question.
Next question.
It was great.
I will. Number 4. During a gig, Scott, what would be a pet peeve? Something that just drives you crazy.
When the singer can't hear himself in the monitors and it's ripping my head off.
What about when the drummer throws water?
I have an SVT behind me on 10 and he can't hear himself. You know, I really want to strangle the lead singers when they can't hear themselves. I tell them to buy in-ears.
Hey, Scott, what about when the drummer throws water on a bitch who stands in front and keeps saying, Motley Crue, you all suck. Play some Motley Crue, you all suck.
Well, that's when I would be expecting you to bounce a stick off her head.
Well, I threw water on her instead. You may not remember, but
No, that's hilarious. Oh, man. That's been many moons ago.
Right.
Scott, all right, number 5, Scott. If you could have a superpower, what would it be?
Mind control.
Yeah.
He went,
Yeah. Dr. Evil.
Yeah,
evil.
mind control. Mind control.
Evil mind control? Not just any mind control, but an evil mind control?
Is there any other?
Is there any other? Well said. All right, last question for you. If you could form a super band of all your heroes, give me a singer, drummer, guitarist, and bassist. Who would it be? Who would they be?
I already did it. It's called Numbhunger.
Jesus Christ. Pretend we... All right, fine.
No, if I could play with anybody I wanted to, I'll tell you who I'd play with. I mean, if somebody dead that I could bring back and play with, I would bring back... I'd bring back Rob, and I'd bring back Jimmy Gardner, and drummer-wise, I guess, I don't know who's died recently that we love. I don't know. Bonzo, you know, who else? Yeah, I mean, I'd bring Rob Johnson back to play it with him because that dude is the best guitar player I think I ever played with in my life.
Yeah,
and I mean that. I mean that.
I've heard all kinds of stories about Rob. Nothing but good ones.
Let me tell you what. The first gig I did with him, he pulled out whatever guitar he pulled out. He knew every trick with that guitar. I mean, if he played a Stratocaster, he's grabbing the back of the springs in the back like Hendrix. If he's playing a Les Paul, he's got one of the pickups off and he's using the toggle switch like Jeff Beck. I mean,
it would be
what a shame.
What a shame. It would be wonderful to play Bridge of Sighs with Rob again, huh?
Oh man, you guys are gonna make me cry.
I hear you.
Well, you know what? There's nothing wrong with that because this show is all about emotion. And so, you know what? In a day,
I've never been afraid of showing emotion, I guess.
Exactly. In a day, if we can bring ourselves, we obviously tend to laugh a lot during the day, but I also think it's healthy if you shed a tear, you go to that other extreme. I think it's pretty healthy to get that out, and there's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong at all. So.
You want to hear something fucked up? Since 2003, get this. Since 2003, my father died in 2003, and my mother died last year. And in between that time, I buried 82 people.
Wow.
We buried. We think about it. We buried Ern Spiker. Come on, I mean, we buried Rob Johnson. And I never shed a tear for any of them because I figured, you know what, I'm going to tell somebody a cool story about those cats instead of feeling sorry for myself. When my father died, I'm not going to go cry about my father dying. I'm going to go tell him how cool my father was that he sold his bike to buy me a Les Paul when I was 10 years old.
Oh,
that's cool.
That's a great story. That is great. Very cool.
That's the kind of cat I want to be.
Yeah.
That's it. Me too.
There you go. Good stuff.
All
right.
Well, I guess.
Go ahead.
I was just going to tell Scott, I guess we got to wrap it up. We got another guest to come on, and if you could share with everyone your social media, advertising, plugging your bands, and Scott himself. What do you have social media?
Well, I'm not really here to plug Scott himself, but I will plug Country Bourne. Country Bourne with, me and Alan and Nick and DJ and Gino, are playing this weekend in Salem at the lovely Slimo's Bar.
Slimos.
And I call it the Toy Tiger West.
Yes, it is. It is.
And I'm still in. The pit crew's still doing pre-production. There's 5 songs that are on the website right now. There's like 19 tunes to be recorded, and we want to have everything out before we come out because it's going to be fun.
It's going to be
cool.
fun.
Looking forward to it. Man, thanks so much for coming on, Scott. You killed it, dude. Like
Great.
I knew you would.
Great.
Yeah.
Fun.
I really appreciate it. Hey, what time is it? Hey, it's 20 after 4, boys. I guess I'll talk to you all later.
All right, brother.
Nice to meet you, Scott. Look forward to meeting you in person. Bro. All right, thanks so much.
Right on, bro. Thank you.
Love you, man.
Bye-bye.
See you later.
Love you too, man. Right.
Man, great. That's a fucking interview. Yeah.
That's my boy.
You warned me. I don't know. You gave me heads up, so I don't know really if you were really giving me a heads up or you were warning me. Either or, but good segment.
I'm just gonna say you won't have to do a whole lot. Just turn him loose. Let him go.
Turn him loose. All right. Speaking of turning loose, let's turn our second segment guest loose. Gerald Kelly, the Whiskey Riders. Gerald, you're a drummer. Are you a drummer? Wait a minute. You're the drummer too, right?
Yeah, I'm a drummer.
Yeah.
All right. The drummer.
Yeah. Was Greg Scott's the drummer as well, right?
No, Scott's bass player.
Oh, he's a bass player. All right, never mind. All right, we blew that. But both of these guys, as I noticed, Gerald is calling from the 812 as well. So one of these nights, Greg, check us out. We got both callers are from Indiana,
Yeah.
and where we played Scott's that original song 20 after 4. The original song from Gerald and his band is titled 1865. So what is it with all these numbers? I mean, it's like it's crazy. But Gerald, welcome to the show, brother. What's up, man?
Thanks, man. It's good to be here. Man, it's gonna be a hard one to follow.
No, all right. Then step up and let's do it. Let's bring it. Tell us about you, man.
Right.
Tell us all about you.
All about me. Well, I play the drums for the Whiskey Riders, and I've been doing that for about 5 years now. This is really my first legitimate band. I mean, I've been playing the drums since I was a kid, and but this is really the first time I've ever actually gotten with some other guys, and it's been a real thing. And I love it. It's been great so far.
You guys have got a great sound, man. I've checked out the stuff, and I really like the direction that you're going with it, man. It's fun.
Thank you.
I bet you.
Yeah.
I bet you have a ball playing it.
It's absolutely a blast to play, and that's one of the reasons we kind of gravitated towards this style. I mean, we've all got such a diverse background in music. We all have different influences. I'm a metalhead. I'm also into hip hop and rock and jazz and soul, funk, and so we've all just got such a diverse musical background that we wanted to kind of ball it up into one, really, but not I don't know, not be too crazy.
Well,
Now, Jared, are you one of those guys, and I'll toot my co-host, Greg, because of your musical taste and influence?
You'll toot me. Whatever. What do you mean? What do you mean by that?
Yeah, I'll toot you. Are you one of those guys that can just, if someone calls you to play a gig, with any type of genre, that you can go in and do it?
I wouldn't say I'm that accomplished as a drummer just yet. I'm still trying to learn other styles and stuff. I mean, I didn't get my first drum kit until I was 18. So
okay.
Well, he's tooting hard, man. 'Cause I can't do that either. There's a lot of genres I'm really uncomfortable doing. I can fake it. I can polish it.
Right. Yeah.
Well, but other than that,
Right. Yeah. Me too.
Well,
and I can jam with just about anybody.
Yeah. Okay.
But,
Greg, why are you correcting me on live internet radio?
Hey, it's your show, man. It's all right.
It's our show, but you could just ride along with it.
You're the boss, man. You're the boss.
Okay. Well, you're correcting the boss. You corrected the boss. Yeah, the boss may not always be right, but the boss is the boss, is what I heard a long time ago.
There you go.
But yeah, so wait a minute. Greg, you did establish that there was a little similarities between the pictures that I posted on Facebook. You made that comment. That was great.
Yeah, I noticed that.
Yeah, that's a little bit of an older picture for me. I recently just cut all my hair off and trimmed my beard down quite a bit, though.
Oh, wow. Well, you know what? That's where, Daryl, you should have, Gerald, you should have given me an updated pic. But
Oh, I should have, yeah.
Yeah, but all right.
Sorry about that. I haven't taken many pics. I just did this a week ago.
It's fine. So the band I'm seeing, based on your Facebook, Bourne on date, March 2009. Has it been same members for the duration? Tell us about the band.
Well, it actually was something that started before I was even in the band. It was Johnny Goebel and Chris Armstrong and this other guy named Pat Halter who was playing the drums. And they didn't really they didn't go out and play any shows or anything. They had ordered a few things and were jamming together. But that kind of fell apart, and everyone went their separate ways and did some side projects. And then I met Johnny Goebel through a mutual friend, John Cox, who is our vocalist / instrumentalist. I know he plays guitar and banjo and piano. I met them through my now wife, actually, and we started jamming together, and they didn't really even know that I was a musician for like the first, year and a half that I knew them. But yeah, then we just started playing together, and they were like, look, man, we've got these songs that we wrote with some other people for this project called the Whiskey Riders, and they played them for me, and there were some killer riffs. It was just like straight up like Southern rock, like the harder edge of Southern rock, and I really dug it, so I was like, let's bring it back together, let's make something out of this. But
and you got a video, right?
Oh man, we got so many videos.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we have a YouTube channel that's just hilarious. Not only like music videos that we produced ourselves, but just like little short funny videos. And we've got a new music video coming out shortly here. We just put the finishing touches on it like today or yesterday, I believe. And it's the title track of our new album, 1865. And this guy named Misha Kidwell is an up-and-coming filmmaker out of Louisville. He is a friend of the band's, and he's basically doing it pro bono for us, which I think is great. We didn't really have a budget for this at all. So it's basically, we're working together and calling in favors and making it happen.
It's a good deal. By the way, I hate the delay on my microphone, man.
I know.
Is there a delay?
They're just slight. But now tell us about, elaborate on the album. What are you laughing at, Greg?
Because I bring that up every show. You're like, yeah.
Yeah, one of our. That's what it is. I mean, it's internet live, and there is a slight
technology.
Yeah. One day, Greg, hopefully during the life of our show, technology saves the day where I will be able to read your mind and answer the question before you basically finish asking it.
Well, that's pretty cool.
Yeah. Tell us, Gerald, about this album. It's a full album, right?
Yeah, it's our second full length, our third album. We did Southern Cuts, and then that was more of an EP. It was just 5 tracks. There are a couple of tracks from Southern Cuts on 1865, but we got picked up by Eastwood Records. We met Wes Allen on Hippie Head's radio show, and he wanted to sign us, so we actually hooked up with him a year and a half, 2 years ago, and he got us into Goldsmith Lane Studios.
Right.
And we decided to try and combine our first 2 albums and have a completely unique sound. So it's got a little bit of rock edge to it, but it's also got some country, tiny bit of bluegrass. I would say some like Motown.
Awesome.
Yeah, we're just trying to be original, But
it's a hard thing
so the title
to
track,
these days, too.
1865, is actually in reference to the year that slavery was abolished. And if you listen to the song, it's actually a story about a runaway slave.
Keep talking. We're ready to play the song. Go ahead, keep talking.
Awesome, cool. Well, I think that the whole idea behind 1865 is like what am I looking for? It's a metaphor for change or a paradigm shift.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Because that's when things started to change. I forget which amendment it was because I'm terrible with history, but that's the year that we decided that owning slaves, owning other people as property is wrong. And that was, I think, we feel like that was a huge paradigm shift. And people today, there's a lot of people that are like, it wasn't that long ago, or it was so long ago, but it wasn't really that long ago. It was like 2 generations. It was like 2 70-year-old ladies back to back. And I think that we just are too quick to try and forget. And forgetting is really not the answer, because if you forget the past, then you're doomed to repeat it.
There you
go. Very good point.
Now, is it safe to say that this song could, fall under that political, tone, sound?
I don't know if we're really trying to be political. I mean, it sort of just happened to be a hot button topic right now,
right?
And we didn't really plan for that. But I think we were like I said, we were just trying to tell a story And that story just happens to be rooted in something that's, an issue today. I think it always has been an issue, really, because we are trying to forget about it.
Hello?
Not to get too deep on you. Sorry. You still there?
Yeah. No, it's fine. Yeah. I think there was a longer fade, or Greg's jinx.
That explosion was my mind.
I know. You just exploded all over us, Greg. Yeah, you're mine. All right, Gerald, without further ado, let's play the song and hear the statement firsthand.
Dark and the air was cold. Trees were covered in ice. A shotgun blast heard across the land about 9:15. A slave was run from the white man's house, running to save his life. The boy was tough, but life was rough in 1865. His name was Ben and his build was thin. Skin was dark as coal. He was running fast as his legs would move, trying to make it home. He kept looking back and saw the fires of the torches, heard the dogs howl in time. He's running north like he's done before, trying to find a line. December 1865. Very cool. I like that.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah, I do too.
Thanks.
Nice groove.
One of my
nice
favorite
groove.
tracks on the album.
Awesome.
Yeah, thanks. We
Nice
that
groove.
video is gonna be coming out pretty soon, and I'm really stoked to see it. I'm really stoked for everyone else to see it, rather. I've seen it.
I can.
You're stoked to see it again, and everyone else.
Yeah,
see
exactly.
It.
Yeah, because we're trying to go with more of a short film feel with this one instead of just like band shots of us playing, and we actually tried to put together a narrative. Since the song is a story-based song, we tried to do a story-driven video.
There you go. Very cool.
Yeah, I was telling Kevin during the song, we communicate through text and stuff, but I was telling Kevin that I could tell that you guys work hard. I can tell it in your music that you spend a lot of time, and it's just not cookie cutter stuff. Y'all really try to do things different, and I appreciate that. It's really good.
Yeah, thanks, man. We are kind of a DIY band,
Yeah.
Our first two albums we produced.
Whoa! I'm that's lingo. Maybe I know it, but I don't know it. DIY.
Do it yourself.
Do it yourself. Do it yourself.
I'll do it yourself. Okay. Okay.
The Unknown Henson came up with that term.
Unknown Henson, for real? No. I've got two things to Google tonight. Thanks to you guys. All right. DIY. Do it yourself. Yeah. I should have known. That's like, isn't there like shows on TLC and all that? Yeah. All right. Okay.
Yeah. I think there's actually a DIY network.
Yeah. All right. Obviously, I'm not. That's not on my favorite list of channels to watch. But that's all. Yeah, it's all good.
It's not on the porn series out there in the 900s, Kev.
That's a different kind of porn altogether. The do-it-yourself porn.
I relegate my porn to internet where it's all free. And all right. Anyway, let's see. Now check us out, Gerald. We do, and I think you caught the end of the last. You caught the segment with our first, on what we call round of shots. And I'm going to throw some questions at you, and then I went and changed the questions, so not everyone is going to be the same. So if you thought we were going to play this little segment with you, and you thought we were going to ask you the same questions, you thought right and you thought wrong. So
okay,
I want to ask him a question also.
All right, well, we'll do that. First question for you. First round of shot question. Number 1. Name the first concert you attended.
The first concert I attended. Oh man, that would be Korn and Rob Zombie in Fort Wayne, Indiana.
Good Lord.
I was not there.
Were you there?
I thought I was there, and then you said Fort Wayne, Indiana. I was here in Louisville.
That was back when I was in high school. So yeah, I was still living in Fort Wayne. That was the War Memorial Coliseum, and not really a big fan of Korn anymore. They were kind of novel back in the day, but
what year was that?
But Rob
what
Zombie
year was it?
Well, I graduated from high school in 2001, so it was before that.
Good Lord.
I think I was like a sophomore, maybe junior, so somewhere around 99, 2000.
Man, you gotta give it to Rob Zombie though. He's really good, man. Live, he's
oh my God, he put on such a great show. Yeah. Like there was pyrotechnics, and giant fucking robots, and
I've seen White Zombie. I've seen them open up for Pantera.
Oh yeah.
And I gotta say, White Zombie pretty much kind of took the show, man. I'm a huge Pantera fan, but
I can see that.
White Zombie was cool. White Zombie was cool.
I saw Rob Zombie play the entire album of Astro Creep 2000 at Riot Fest
one of my favorites.
Chicago.
One of my favorites.
Cool.
Man.
So I've never seen White Zombie, but I've seen Rob Zombie perform that entire album.
Yeah, that's killer.
You guys in your devil worshipping music. What the hell's wrong? No, good. Satan, Satan, help me. All right, number 2. Did someone just belch? Greg, was that you?
No,
no, that was me doing my pig destroyer growl.
Oh, okay. All right, number 2, Gerald. Do you use your phone as a smartphone? Are you on it all the time? You have to be.
Yeah.
You're a kid.
Oh yeah.
When he said he graduated in 2001,
I'm not a kid. I'm about to be.
No, compared to us, you're a kid. Yeah, we graduated in the mid '80s, buddy. All right.
Oh yeah. I was born in '83, so.
Fuck you. All right, number 2. Favorite phone app.
Favorite phone app? Oh man, right now I would have to say it's the fucking smoke-free app because I just quit smoking, and it's been helping me through. It tells you like how much money you've saved so far, and
I've seen that.
How much of your life you've regained. Like I've regained 79 hours of my life, and I've saved almost $50
already. Yeah, I've seen that, man.
You need an app to tell you how much money you've saved from not buying $30 cartons of cigarettes.
I mean, I never bought it by the carton, but it just helps when you're fighting those cravings, or you're fighting the urge to get up and do it, and to be able to look down and be like, you know what, it's not worth it.
How long have you been? How long has it been?
It's been 14 days tomorrow.
Oh.
Heck,
so
man.
we probably shouldn't bring up smoking anymore during this show.
Oh no, you talk about whatever you want. It doesn't affect me. Like that's one of the things is I'm trying to change how I think about it, so I really don't even want to anymore.
Gotcha.
But I'm not here to judge anybody either, so.
Yeah. Neither are we. So, all right. Number 3. Tell us about a scar you have and the story behind it.
A scar that I have. Well, I got a scar on my left lower leg from falling to my knees with 2 other drunk human beings on my back. I had actually just gotten tattooed. My wife and I own a tattoo shop here in New Albany, and I had just gotten tattooed by her. And we were out at this bar that's not around anymore called the Irish Exit, and things were getting a little crazy, and I don't know what happened, but someone decided it was a good idea to try and play piggyback, and they got up on the picture table, and then got up on my back, and then someone got on their back, and I just came crashing down. So I've got a scar there.
So when I need a tat, I can come to your shop then.
Yeah, absolutely, man. It's a Banana Fish tattoo parlor.
Okay.
Nice.
All right.
Greg, are you in the tat mindset these days?
Yeah, I like it, man. I've got 3, and I'd like to get some more.
Right on.
I always like
check
to
out our
make
page,
something. Yeah, I will. Thanks.
All right, number 4, Gerald. During a gig, tell us a pet peeve that you have.
A pet peeve while playing a gig. I really don't like having to run my own sound, like as a band. You go to some of these little places that don't have a sound guy or like their own equipment, and they want you to bring your own PA and to run it yourself. It's really hard to be in 2 places at once, So like going from out in the crowd listening to the sound to back to the stage, and just not having like not having proper monitors as a drummer really sucks too, because not being able to hear what's going on besides what I'm playing, that doesn't help, because I like to play in the pocket with everybody.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, you drummers.
I know, right? Timing.
It's crazy. All right, Kevin, I want to ask you my question now.
All right, go ahead.
Who's your favorite drummer?
What a cheesy question.
Hey, I'm a drummer, man.
Well,
That's cool. That's a cool question.
Okay. It is a cool question. It's also a very difficult question for me to answer, because I have been studying the drums and different drummers for so long. Like I used to get Modern Drummer magazine, and then as soon as videos on the internet got popular, I would just watch as many drum videos as I can. So like you probably have to give me a genre.
Well, I mean, say you said you're from the metal, so who's your favorite metal drummer?
Oh man, let's see here. I'm a big fan of Tool's drummer Danny Carey. I wouldn't really say that they're in the metal category, but they've been put in the metal category.
Right.
I also like his name is slipping my mind right now because I'm a little bit the guy who plays for Deathlock on Metalocalypse. What's his name? Gene.
I would not know.
Gene Hoglan.
Gene Hoglan. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fastest double bass I've ever heard.
Yeah, they call him the Human Metronome, and he played with like Testament and some other metal bands. He's awesome.
All right. Cool.
Anybody
else? I love all
kinds
of drummers,
Yeah,
I love all kinds of drummers. That narrows it down. I love all kinds.
Buddy was awesome. Ginger Baker was awesome.
One thing.
Bernard Purdy Purdue. Neil Peart, yeah. Man, he was just a technical wizard.
Yeah.
And man, you mentioned Modern Drummer. I don't know if you've heard it yet, but listen to the Modern Drummer podcast. It'll change your life. It'll change your life.
Awesome.
Life-changing experience.
Life-changing podcast. That's heavy.
Yeah. Besides this one, they've got 84 episodes every Friday, and I do a lot of driving with my job, and man, it's just it's awesome. A lot of knowledge there. Yeah. So yeah, check it out. Nice. Okay, Kevin, you can have your show back now.
No, our show, Greg. Our show. All right, last question for you. Last question for you. First of all,
right.
you have to help me out here, Gerald. Give me 3 female celebrities that are high on your list of, I don't know, to watch.
All pass list?
Yes, there you go. Gary, I like that. Yeah. Go ahead. 3.
I would 3 of them. I would say Christina Hendricks, the redhead from Mad Men.
Yes.
Man, you're putting me on the spot here. I also really am into Nicole Kidman. She's I've been watching the series called Big Little Lies recently.
Mrs. Urban.
Thanks for redhead.
Yeah. I actually saw her again not the other day when I was flipping channels. Eyes Wide Shut was on. I digress. All right, go ahead.
Yes. And also Sofia Vergara from Modern Family.
Oh yeah.
Oh man.
All right. Oh yeah.
Those
are the first 3 that I could think of.
That was it. All right, we're going with those 3. Christina, Nicole, and Sophia. This is the fuck, marry, kill game. You're gonna fuck one, you're gonna marry one, and you're gonna kill one. Proceed,
but
Gerald.
He's already married, right?
I am already married, so it would have,
this is his hall pass. Let's pretend.
All right. Just marry, kill. I would have to say, but does it have to be in that order?
No,
it's yours. You pick whatever you want.
All right. I would probably marry Nicole Kidman for her money because I think she's been in the game. She's been in the game a lot longer than the other 2.
A lot longer. Yeah, that's smart.
I would definitely fuck Christina Hendricks because she's gorgeous, and I am not really into killing people. But I guess if I had to,
how about we'll say injure. Maim.
Injure.
Okay. Sprain her ankle. You know what? That's a good point. We don't want to. We're. That's a little too violent. We don't want to kill anybody. You want to just.
Fighter, man.
Exactly. You. Let's say you just. She just. Sprain ankle or something. Just. She's the odd one out. I guess that's probably the same.
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe I would laugh at her pain. I don't know.
Oh, okay. Well, that's okay. Little who would you? Yeah, that might be the one. You would pull the 50 Shades of Grey on. Would that be?
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, yeah. That might be the hook. That might be our hook, Greg. Fuck, marry, or 50 Shades of Grey. I like that. Maybe we're on to
Fuck, marry, dominate.
Dominate. There you go. I haven't either. I've heard about it.
I would like to see 50 Shades of Black, though. I heard that's pretty funny.
Really?
What is that?
Is it? Pop.
It's
really?
No, it's actually it's a movie. Yeah, it's a Takeoff. One of the Wayans brothers did a Takeoff. 50 Shades of Grey.
The Wayans.
That would have to be the Wayans brothers. Who else would it be?
Yeah, right.
All right, good stuff, Gerald. Before we shut it down, share with us social media. Where can people connect with you guys?
We are on Facebook, and it's just the Whiskey Riders. We also have an Instagram page, and we have a website that we're really proud of. Actually, Johnny Goebel is a bit of a web designer himself, and he made our webpage. It's just thewhiskeyriders.com. You can buy our album on eastwoodrecord502.com. And if you haven't seen it yet, check it out because it's a really cool looking vinyl. I think it was like a tricolor marbling effect, so it looked like a planet or a bowling ball or something. It's really awesome.
Nice.
But yeah, check out our YouTube page as well because like I said, we've got a new video coming out, and we've got several music videos on there for you to check out. And
you got gigs coming up, Gerald? Any gigs coming up?
Not really anytime soon. We've got somebody with John Cox is actually about to have a baby. So we're taking a very short hiatus from the live performances because, we don't want to be out of town somewhere and then all of a sudden surprise birth, Exactly. So, but we're looking forward to getting back on the road as soon as that happens. And I think in the meantime, we're just going to be trying to spread the word about 1865 and get some press out there, so I'm trying to sell some albums.
Good luck to you, man.
Keep us in the loop with that. We'll share away all your stuff. So good stuff tonight.
So, yeah, thanks, man. Good Appreciate that, yeah.
All right.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, Gerald, have a good night, brother.
Thanks, guys. You too. Peace.
Good night.
Gerald Kelly, the Whiskey Riders. Cool sound. And you said it right, Greg. There's some effort, some good work with that sound. And you said it right. So
yeah, I could tell Gerald's a good dude, man. We could be buddies right away.
Right away?
Right away. I think we're drummers already. So,
I know.
Already on the right path. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. All right. I have to do a quick plug. Shooting from the Lip. We do shows on Sunday and Monday nights as well. Sunday nights is a all sports talk show. This coming Sunday, Cameron Mills from UK History will be on to help us recap the Kentucky basketball season. He's always a fun guest to have on. Oh, good guy. And then we have our Monday night show where Russ and I talk to some local entrepreneurs, have it's a very eclectic mix of conversation, which includes
They
politics.
talk to the devil.
We
They
talk to the devil.
devil.
Talk to the devil, and we talk about the devil. But anyways, I'm digressing a little bit. Let's see. Some shout outs for the show. You can find our shows on YouTube and iTunes. Subscribe there, please. We are also on Facebook and Instagram. Follow us there. Twitter at The Shooting Lip. My Twitter at Kevin Hale 423. Greg is at Greg underscore Unthank.
Yes.
Underscore Unthank. When's the last time you've been on Twitter, Greg?
Yesterday, day before. I kind of check things out. I don't write a whole lot. Yeah, every once in a while.
When's the next time Greg Unthank will be pounding the
performing his talent
outside of tonight, late after the show ends? When do you actually get on the road?
I'm playing at TK Saturday with Spare Change Millionaires, and
Saturday. Okay, Saturday.
Yeah. And then the next gig I will have will be a private party for like a Thunder over Louisville gig with Blue Funk. We're actually going to play a gig, and after that, it's just so far ahead. I just can't think of what else is going on after that.
Mm-hmm. Well, stay tuned, people, listening to our show. I've got something special lined up for myself. Well, it's kind of for me, about me, but all my friends in in low and high places will be a part of it. Stay tuned. I'll share that with you as it starts to pan out. But Greg, good show tonight as usual. We did. It was a real fun show. So any last words before we shut it down?
I'm cold, man. The fire went out and I'm getting ready to go in the house to get warm. It's a little chilly out now.
For Greg Unthank, Kevin Hale, Tuesday night and a pleasant Wednesday and rest of the week. Peace out, Louisville.
Peace out, Louisville.
Good night.
At no time were any animals or people hurt during this presentation of Shooting from the Lip.